On this episode of I'm Not Surprised, we're going to talk about Blueface getting 4 years in prison. And yeah, I'm not surprised. So Blueface was sentenced to prison because he violated his probation. You know that 2021 case where he assaulted that security guard? Yeah, pure crash out mode right there. He even got caught with drug paraphernalia later on, so that kind of forced the judge to give him 4 years max. And him being sentenced, that honestly saved his life because at the rate that Blueface was going, Blueface and Chrisean, to be honest, it was either jail or death. And in my life, I've seen a lot of toxic relationships, but I've never seen people celebrate a toxic relationship like Blueface and Chrisean. They've celebrated that whole thing to the point where it made Chrisean Rock a star. At least on social media, it made her a star and very popular. And a lot of women resonated with her because they've dealt with a lot of abusive relationships and things like that. But we all know she wasn't innocent and wasn't an angel or anything like that. But I'm going to get to Chrisean Rock a little bit later in this video. But back to Blueface. Yeah, he was on pure crash out mode. Yeah, he was doing his old boxing thing, practicing, doing little side quests and things of that nature because music wasn't working out for him. So he started displaying his toxic relationship online and had his own TV show and was always gaslighting Chrisean Rock. And he would always saying crazy things online with online antics, going back and forth with Soulja Boy, trying to fight, just trying to do anything to go viral. And it was to the point where they beat the algorithm, if that makes sense. Basically, I would always see Blueface and Chrisean, Blueface doing toxic stuff all the time. So I would take that away out of the recommended, and it would still pop up anyways. Everywhere on social media, it would pop up. Somehow, some way, things would be related to Blueface and his antics and doing toxic stuff. I hated it. At a point, I don't know if y'all remember, they were everywhere at a point. Whether it was Blueface or Chrisean, Blueface, all the time at a point. I don't know if y'all remember. This was like 2021 through like 2023 for like 2.5 years. It was just a lot of crazy stuff. And that beef that he had with Soulja Boy was wild because you know how Soulja Boy is always beefing with someone every 2-3 business days. And Blueface is another person that always has time in his hands and was willing to meet up with Soulja Boy because of that Instagram live argument that they had. It was a pure clown show, and the fans were just watching two clowns go at it.
You know where I'm from, nigga.
You don't want to say it because you know it's going to be politics in the morning.
You the
already
police.
know your homie's going to call you like, oh, you said you was from
You the
Whoopi, but,
police. You the police.
Soulja, I know you're not from L.A., so you don't even know what you're doing right now. I know you don't even know what you're doing right now.
Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. You want to fight? You want to fight or not, nigga?
This is the ultimate cop-out, bro. This is the ultimate cop-out.
Hey, bro, if you see Soulja, tell him I came. We're looking for him, all right?
All right. What's your name?
My name Blueface.
Blueface.
Yeah,
All right.
Schoolyard.
Blueface.
Soulja Boy, tell him Blueface from Schoolyard Crip came over here looking for him.
All right.
All right. This ain't no gang shit. This the address that Soulja Boy sent me. I'm here waiting on Soulja Boy. He's taking forever.
And Chrisean Rock, that's a whole nother thing right there. Chrisean Rock let the fame get to her, to be honest. It was to the point where the fans were rooting for her more than Blueface. They wanted her to leave Blueface, saying that she was the star and Blueface is irrelevant. Stay away from him. You don't need him and all of that other stuff. But I knew Chrisean Rock wasn't going to last because she only got big. She only got as big as she was because of the sympathy, to be honest. If you really want to break it down, she only got big because of Blueface. You gotta give Blueface credit there. Yeah, she was fighting all the time and Blueface was fighting back. They were fighting each other. But one thing about Chrisean Rock, she was always fighting, just fighting in general, fighting Blueface, fighting other people, getting violent. It was bad. She was getting arrested, all these charges, all this stuff on her name. Her record is horrible right now. Like, yeah, the numbers were crazy on Instagram. When she goes on Instagram Live, she goes crazy. The numbers are just insane. Her engagement is way more than Blueface. And she let all that stuff get to her. And all the stuff that she's done, it all caught up to her because now she's facing up to 8 years in jail. Like, are we really surprised? Like, this is a woman that was drinking, I think smoking while she was pregnant. And now I think the baby is deformed. I think the baby's face is a little deformed. And it's all her fault. She was just completely reckless. And the baby needed both parents to be in prison, unfortunately, to have a better and safer life, because Blueface and Chrisean, them two are not real people. I swear this is like a movie. This is like a clown show. This is wild. And it's crazy how things could just change just like that, because Chrisean Rock was on top of the world. Everyone loved her. Everybody was defending her, to the point where the fans started to turn on her. They were like, yo, you're kind of doing too much now. Like, you're beating up this person. You're doing this. Maybe Blueface isn't that bad, even though Blueface is obviously toxic and does what he does, and he knows what he's doing. He knows how the whole algorithm and stuff works. But yeah, the women were starting to turn on Chrisean, and that's when I knew it was really over for her, because she only got lit because of him. Because every time they would fight, they would always take her side. They would blame Blueface only. And y'all remember that No Jumper interview that they had, where she was just kicking and just going crazy, screaming. It was just unnecessary. I think she was drunk and she was just acting like a wild animal. Like, and yeah, that woman right there is facing up to 8 years. And this was supposed to be just a Blueface video, but for the most part, you can't talk about one without the other. So yeah, just know that both of them dealing with their punishment is well deserved, and I don't feel bad whatsoever. And I know that baby's like, I'm finally free from all that. So yeah, I'm happy for that. I'm happy for the baby. And that was another episode of I'm Not Surprised. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm out.